We're going on a day trip from Cancun to Valladolid, Mexico, where we will ride the ADO bus, visit a cenote in the middle of town, walk the picturesque colonial road of Calzada de los Frailes all the way to the San Bernardino convent, and enjoy the evening atmosphere in the town square. We began our early morning by taking the R1 bus from the hotel zone to the ADO Centro station to purchase our bus tickets, since our payment method wouldn't go through when we tried to purchase our tickets online. Tickets range from around $15 to $23 each way, depending on the departure times throughout the day. Buying in advance online can sometimes get you discounts too. We arrived around 7:10 a.m. to depart on the 7:30 a.m. bus. There were only 6 seats left and the bus was full when we left, so buy your tickets early if you can. We left in the early morning to make the most out of our day trip. Buses are clean, comfy, have charging stations, a bathroom, TVs, ACs, so bring a sweater or warm clothes if you tend to get cold, because the buses are usually extremely cold. The ride was 2.5 hours long, but Valladolid is on a different time zone than Cancun, so we arrived around 9 a.m. Once at the ADO bus station, we purchased our return tickets for 6:10 p.m. There are paid restrooms at the ADO station, a convenience store, and a noticeable tourist presence. There are many restaurants and cool and cute shops. We then walked to the cenote located right in the middle of town. Once you step in, you will be transported to a little piece of natural paradise. We paid around $2 to have access to the cenote. We were told there was an hour limit to swim in the cenote, yet nobody was checking times, so the rules aren't very strict. There was also a minimal charge to use the bathrooms. I can't remember the amount, but it was only a couple of pesos, so just a few cents in US currency. There are multiple paths and ways to reach the different areas of the cenote, some which are a bit hard to walk through. I recommend bringing water shoes to avoid slips and to protect your feet. There were also a few areas where people were jumping and diving from. There was a small crowd at times, but we also had the cenote to ourselves at other times. There is also another entrance where the restaurant and parking lot is. After refreshing at Cenote Zaci, we went for lunch at the restaurant on site. Where we enjoyed the view, as well as a Mayan dish, pokchuk, artesian beer, handmade tortillas, nature, and live music. From here, we began to walk towards Calzada de los Frailes. On our way, we crossed the town square where we noticed police presence, which is very common to see in Mexico, but it was the first time that we saw the K9 unit in the town. I did see them checking the guy's bag, but I tried not to be too nosy. If you like the information in this video, please consider sharing, liking, and subscribing to this channel. We continued our walk past the town square and church. Valladolid has become popular with tourists, so you will see inflated prices and tour buses making stops at the town square and some restaurants. We then arrived at Calzada de Los Frailes. It is a great place to take some awesome pictures and get a bite to eat or drink. I must add that the people here are very friendly, as some elders we came across were eager to welcome us to their town and tell us a bit of history. At the end of the road, we arrived at El Convento de San Bernardino. Here is where the colorful Valladolid letters are. They have a nighttime show here called Nights of the Heroic Valladolid, starting at 9 p.m., which is a light show of the history of Valladolid, available in Spanish and English. It is free. It is a great option if you'll be in town at those times. We left in the evening hours, so we couldn't attend. It cost us around $2 US to enter, and we took some time to explore. There's also a covered cenote here and a small museum, which is just a small room with some displays and history. We headed back towards the center of town to find some food, and although there are very many nice restaurants throughout, they can be quite pricey, so we ended up eating at the market, which is across the street from the town square. Our food and drink cost us around $6 US here. While here, we began to hear the Mayan drums and rushed over across the street where we caught the very end of a game of pelota, followed by the Mayan ritual dance. And remember to leave a tip for the performers. At this point, the sun was starting to set and the street vendors were out. And just listen to the sounds of those birds. And one commonly found street food in these areas are the Marquesitas, so we definitely had to get one of those. It was now time to head back to the ADO bus station for our 6:10 bus towards Cancun. We made it back and caught the Ruta 1 bus back to our accommodation in the Cancun Strip. Tomorrow, we will be heading to Riviera Maya to relax at an all-inclusive resort. Please subscribe if you'd like to check that out. Thank you for watching.